by May of 2021, I was a fully qualified hot air balloon pilot.
How many hours?
So with hot air balloon, you need 16 hours, a minimum. And it's got to be over 12 flights, so you can't just go for a really long flight. There's 3 tests, and then he's got to give you approval that you can go and do 2 solo flights for him. So then he chases, and you go in the balloon by yourself, and you go for 2 flights. So yeah, it's a minimum of 16 hours, and then you just start building your hours after you get your license.
Obviously, no fear of heights.
No, I don't have a fear of heights. And I just like the challenge of, navigating to landing spots and reading the winds. And I always tell people, it's like, if you want to land somewhere, it's like passing a puck. You don't pass where the player is now, it's where he's going to be. So you kind of understand how the ground winds are going to be. So if it's going to push you right when you come down, so you want to be left of your anticipated landing spot. So.
Just like my golf shot.
Yeah.
Into the rough.
Yeah.
Slice or hook.
Yeah.
Have you, or do you know if anybody here in Medicine Hat has caught the bug after being exposed to the Rise Up Hot Air Balloon Festival?
I don't know of anyone. There's been some questions, and people ask the same questions that you've asked today. I know there's some younger generation that are interested. The ones that are just like 14 and 15 years old, they've kind of caught the bug. And last year we had one, I think he'd been 13 or 14. He was our youngest volunteer, and he crewed the whole weekend. And yeah, so he's very interested. So it's super, super cool to see someone, and then there might be, someone moving to Medicine Hat that has a balloon. So, so yeah, so there's going to be hopefully maybe a few more pilots in the area moving forward.
Volunteering is a good step for people interested in this sport.
100%. Yeah, you get to see, it's nice to see the balloons in the sky, but there's a lot of work. So when my wife and we travel to festivals, everyone's like, "Oh, you're so lucky." I'm like, "Well, you're up at 4 a.m, and it's a lot of work to, show off our hobby and see the balloons in the sky. And then afterwards, you're packing everything up, you're refueling your vehicle, all those things. So it's a really good way for volunteers to see, how much work goes into putting up a balloon. It's about a 4-hour process for about a 60-minute flight.
Okay. And it is not a cheap hobby.
It's like any hobby. It costs you money. That's why we work.
Yeah. Well, I was reminded of that joke about the guy who was in the circus, with the working cleaning up after the elephants. And somebody said, "Well, why don't you quit this job?" And he said, "What, and get out of showbiz?" But, a lot of work behind the scenes.
100%. Yeah.
Back to the Monarch Theatre, April 17th, 18th, and 19th. Spectacular.
I know.
I think it's going to be something to see, and I'll be firmly rooted on the ground so I don't have to go up in the air.
Absolutely. It's going to be, we're excited. We're still in the planning stages. We want to do something special. They normally have a red carpet and all that, but we got to do balloon theme somehow. So we got some ideas, and we got some more planning meetings and all that. So